This one is going to be a lot shorter, if my face can unfreeze. A lot shorter. Yeah. This one is going to be a lot shorter because I didn't bring myself anything to drink. But I also want to use this one. I want to download this video so that I can put it as an add-on to the Vama Marga Tantra teachings that are in the link in my bio. So it'll be a little bit shorter, but it is an add-on because this morning we use the importance of mantras in the teaching of Vama Marga for our morning sexual meditations in the link. Just because OnlyFans has a very whatever particular vibe or reputation doesn't mean that you can't bring dignity into everything and anything you do. So the power of the mantra. Most people do mantras and they will say whatever particular phrase, or maybe they will say, they'll say Om Namah Shivaya, Madhuraga, or there's also one that I have in my blog on my website where it is for the Lotus Master. And so there are some mantras that are very long and very beautiful. The one of the Lotus Master is divine. The reason for saying the mantra is because of the vibration that you yourself cause with the power of your energy. Om Namah Shivaya. The way that I move the energy within me is fantastic. That is why it's amazing to me that we're so glitchy today. It's amazing to me that the masters of thousands of years ago tapped into this to such a precise science. So a lot of the mantras have a goal to open up your energy and or to close it, just like a mudra. It is for the direction of energy. You can say the one for Ganesha. Again, so let's take it even further back before we begin. Let's say you choose one for Ganesh, and the breaker of obstacles, remover of obstacles. Well, you know how he removes them? By assisting you to go through them. Don't fall for the petty mainstream shit that is packaged up and sold to you because they know that you lack that will. But you call on Ganesha, and so sometimes people say, well, Shakti, I'm doing mantra after mantra after mantra after mantra. It's not working. Or sometimes people will say, well, I got a lot of results from the mantras, but then they stopped. Like, I realized I have the power of manifestation, but then that's because you stopped. The Vama Marga Tantra that I pass on OnlyFans is very dark arrows. Dark arrows means I am dominant, but I do not humiliate you. Because in Tantra, there is no humiliation. So when you see this BDSM and Tantra, if there is a hint of humiliation, then it is not Tantra. So, sometimes I'm a little sassy and bossy. But if I was going to continue teaching, I didn't want to keep doing it that mothering way. Because you know what? The world needs... Wake up already. You're not animals. You come from animal instinct, animal reptilian mind, but you're not. So get the fuck out of your ass and live. Mantras. Let's go take it back. So knowing what you're doing the mantra for, being open to the power of where people died to leave us these things. Do you people even realize it? People were killed because they believed something different. Not just in the Americas, but worldwide. Druid, Irish, Norwegian, Danish, Viking, African, Hungarian, the Hungarian gypsies. And so it's good to go into the sacred text, and sometimes in the sacred text, like in the Tibetan Book of the Dead, the Egyptian Book of the Dead, early works of Aleister Crowley, Golden Dawn stuff, you can mix and match. Why? You're not going to go into that kind of stuff because they told you it was wrong? Isn't it funny, though, when you go into things like that, the Egyptian, then you go into the Catholic, then you go into the Kabbalah, then you go into and you go, oh my God, it's the same technique, but either missing something or something was added on, right? So research your mantra as well, is what I'm saying. Because especially if you don't know the meaning, if you don't know Sanskrit, I decided that, well, I didn't decide it. I'm going to not be egotistical. My first teacher recommended, but I did choose to follow her instruction, to go into the sacred text and learn. Take free YouTube, take courses in colleges to learn Sanskrit, to learn hieroglyphics, to learn Tamil, to learn Pashto, to learn the indigenous languages, so that when you saw something online, you wouldn't fall for whatever bullshit. So yes, I know the symbolism, but it's because I went probably not to one lecture or attended something, probably to several, to find out, okay, so in the middle of everything you guys are saying this move is important, this is important, this is important, that's the right pronunciation. You'll find stuff. So go deep into the real meaning of the mantra and make sure you understand that, for example, Ganesh doesn't just go, you're saying my mantra, ooh, I'm going to wash it all away. No. What he's going to give you, or let's make it scientific, what you're going to be aware of is your challenges, are your challenges. And if you're open-hearted, what you will also become aware of is that they're not. That's one thing. The shift in perception. Now, because you're deep into that mantra of Ganesh, you will go deep into that perception, possibly, okay? The deities don't need you praying to them. The deities don't need you giving them money. The deities don't give, God doesn't need you giving him money. But if in mantra you raise your energy to find that energy within all that's around you, and you connect to those hundreds of thousands of people that have been saying that mantra over time, your saying that mantra now has the power of every voice that has ever said, Om Namah Shivaya. Om. Ah. That was not even giving it all my attention. So That's what you're connecting to. That's what you're saying the mantra for 2 things, and probably even 6 or 10 or 11 things, or 7.6 billion things. But you want to connect if you're doing it for a deity, or if you're doing it for, I told the story on Ome Fans that I said the mantra. I've had mantra seasons in my life, and I've said the mantra, I love my life. I love my life. I started when I was having a very difficult time. There were wildcats roaming my tent. I had to lock myself from the inside in my tent. I was in the mountains in Puerto Rico, going to Las Marias. People can tell you that is very countryside. I am Taína. I am part Taína blood, meaning coming from the Congo, landing in Puerto Rico, the original Taíno Indians that then spread to Costa Rica. So I was very happy and fulfilled to be working my land. But I was having a hard time. There were Santeria people, there were drumming, they would do like across the way, and I'm telling the owner, do you understand that you've got like, oh my God, you have some of their land, they want it back, nothing's going to grow here. So I was going through a time. I had to, that was the second, actually that was the first property I blessed. Next was in Hawaii. And they even survived the hurricanes. While I was there, it was very difficult. And so as I was climbing trees to eat starfruit, to quench my thirst and eat something, and not pass out from the work, I would be weeding, I love my life. 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 This is the best thing that ever happened to me. I love my life. I tell people, if you say, I love my life 10,000 times, when you open your eyes after saying it 10,000 times, you will love your life. However, even if you pick your own words for the law of attraction, how did I know? How did I know it was going to reconnect? Even if you're using just simple words, here's the thing. What adds to your mantra practice is this. The other benefit of the mantra practice is that what is your superpower? Come on, immortals. Free will. Free will. Choice. I can only, everything becomes a story or becomes a teaching. This morning, I'm on this big mantra practice kick right now. After saying my mantra, I love my life 10,000 times, I love my life. I just love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Sometimes the pain is so much, and I still love it. And then you do feel a little bit like Jesus Christ on the cross, saying, you know, my God, why have thou forsaken me? Isn't really of giving up or of doubt. That's what they had you believe. It is more of the energy in those words was, you've given me all those tests and I have done them. What else do you have? I accept it. I receive it. Bring it. It's this, you're on the cross and you're still pulling up the muscle to speak. You could take it as however you like it. And even if the story is fake, there is that hidden possible meaning there. Having that energy, awareness, of your mantra, of all these things. So I'm doing my deep mantra practice, and this morning our schedules were a little different. Now, I've been saying this mantra over and over and over all day long in my mind. Whenever throughout the day I have caught myself thinking about, well, what if that goes wrong? Well, I'm going to think about all the ways to solve it. My mind getting me out of my mantra practice. And then comes me. I'm not going to think about that. That hasn't even happened. I am sure about my work. I have no need to think about this. And my mantra. The choice of taking what the mind wants to go play with, to you stepping into your power and choosing to feel the connection between yourself and the power of whatever it is that you are attempting to connect with, but you are. So the person, our schedule's off, and someone says, or it is said, well, it's just a bad time for everybody. Because, you know, we're adjusting to the change in schedule, blah, blah, blah. And so in my power, I said, no, it's not a bad time. And I said my mantra. And I walked away. And sometimes it's very difficult because these are people you love. This is maybe you're going to look awkward. No, I am deep in my mantra right now. I cannot say it's a bad time because I've been saying for the millionth time, blah, blah, blah. Om Namah Shivaya. It is a good time. Om Namah Shivaya. It is right. And then comes that shift into the brain, and you go in there and you go compassion, love. Suddenly you get this clear understanding of what it is that you are doing there in that moment. You get friction. You don't go, oh, yes, it is a bad time. You know, I'm like, boom, the energy would have been lowered. The moment I would have agreed it is a bad time, drop in the energy. No, it is a good time. And I'm using Om Namah Shivaya just as a regular, my own mantra, saying only to some, but yeah. And you believe in the power of your words. But if you're saying this mantra, the power of the mantra practice is that if you sit there and you just say, I love my life. Let's say you say, I love my life. I love my life. While you're sitting there for 30 minutes, right? I love my life. You play the frequency music. You play drumming. I love my life. Oh yeah, and you get your energy up. I love my life. I love my life. But then the minute you walk away, fuck, shit, damn, the garbage disposal won't work. Fuck. In your car. Oh, motherfucker. Ah, damn, of course I was... People curse themselves throughout the day, nonstop. And so in every action, that mantra needs to come in. You stubbed your toe. Om Namah Shivaya, I'm alive. I love my life. I can feel it. Traffic. I love my life. I love my life. I'm able to sit here in a car that I paid for or that I'm paying up the ass for, in traffic, going to a job that I wanted to go to, doing what I have chosen to do, and I'm complaining. So you can understand the power of your words, and you can understand the power of the mantra. And so when you're saying the mantra, the main thing is to remember that your words have all that power. So if you're going to sit there and say for 30 minutes, I love my life, Om Namah Shivaya, or Ma Durga, or whatever, if the moment you stop doing that practice, you then continue on to not do anything different, then you are not owning the mind. You are killing time for 30 minutes. You just wasted your time. Because your belief is like, I wouldn't trust you, I would trust you as far as I could throw you. It's so conditional. I love my life as long as I'm sitting here, comfortable, able to just, I love my life, I love my life. But it is when you are in traffic that mantra, I love my life. It is when someone gives you a dirty look that you don't react, I love my life. And you look at them with kindness. It is a lot. It is a big deal to go from animal to human. Full human. It is. If our mantra is abundance, I am in abundance, I am in abundance, I am in abundance. Well, bitch, you are. You have 30 trillion cells. You are abundance itself. And let's say you don't believe it. You say, Shakti, I really try, but I feel like I'm just repeating something. Then I recommend people start with the Om. What a beautiful, beautiful way to start. So then I would recommend you start with the Om and just listen to yourself. Just because that right there is going to help. And you want everything that you do to serve you. You don't want to multitask. You want things that are multi-purpose, that serve you in many ways. So you could be saying your mantra, and you can be touching yourself, raising the energy. Human, it's awesome. I mean, humans decided who was God, So the mantra, if you really go into, for example, something for obstacles or for abundance, to really experience it. And throughout your day, when you're walking or when you're talking to people, to embrace that abundance. My God, how many napkins can a person have? Straws. How many types of straws? Abundance. I am in abundance. I'm looking around and looking, oh, I love nature. I'm going to go on my nature hike. I'm looking at the trees and I see the abundance. Hundreds and hundreds of leaves. I am in abundance. I'm looking at the dirt. So many little rocks, animals. I am in abundance. I'm looking at the sun and how it limitlessly shines. I am in abundance. And you take that mantra practice throughout your day. And however, you know what, the way I'm saying it, there's 7.8, let's say 8 billion ways to say it. Just like in Qigong, there are 8 billion ways for me to block energy. As long as I'm in tune with all the possible ways, I will see all the lessons to be learned at this time, and I will respond accordingly. The mantra practice can take you very far. And if you start with the Om, embrace learning the mantra practice from scratch. So the Om, the O should come in, the energy should come in at that root chakra. And as it goes up, Om, the H in the air element. The air element. Water, earth to fire. So coming in through the root chakra, up, feeling every letter, every sound. By the time you get to the M, it should be a tingling at the third eye. And tingling will be felt in 8 billion different ways. You could feel many things. But doing that for minutes at a time. Om. Observing. I love that there was a drop there. Observing. Ooh, is my breath tight? How is my energy? Om. Now it made its way up here. The shift, the drop, the change in energy was up here. You can literally scope out your energy going up through your body with just that Om. As you're saying the mantras, say them in different ways. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya Namah. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. How would you address that energy? And feel it, really embrace what that vibration within you, that the pronunciation of these words is causing, and how it's opening up your energy. And lastly, of course, the meaning, don't go for easy. Ain't nobody gonna just wipe your problems away. Come on now. They might not even be problems. You might just need a change in perception. So, because everything in this land of duality is either really good or really bad, or good or bad, right? So even if something is bad, it can also be good. And it's up to you to find that neutrality and choose. So free will, lastly, free will is your choice. As you're doing the mantra practice, you get to exercise that free will. That is your energy. You need not do kung fu, anything else. You can just do a mantra practice because it is that simple and yet it is that complex. Because if you own the mind through that mantra practice, it's a bad day. I love my life. Man, I can't believe we're waiting in line for this. I love my life. Every time, owning, hopping on it, and taking the reins. I love my life. There's traffic. Yeah. I'm alive. I love my life. And I mean, I did it religiously. I was going through such hard times being at this place. I'm the only person that stayed at this farm. Everybody else ran away. And I did grow to love my life. I also did mantras for I call on like-minded beings. And then I share how I stayed in a circle of always people that were telling me yes, yes, yes. And then I thought, oh, this is so boring. And I did a mantra for higher-minded beings. I am always attracting higher-minded beings. I am always attracting higher-minded beings. And when I would meet people during that particular mantra season, I would look at someone and maybe they were a bum. Okay? That's what people would call him. This one particular person, I was deep into this mantra practice, and I'm always politically incorrect, but whatever. This person lived on the street, he drank, he was hanging out in the Fort Lauderdale bus station. And he screamed to me, I love you, will you marry me? And I looked at him, And there was an instinct to turn away and pretend like he didn't exist. But then I thought about my mantras. And I looked at him and I said, I love you too. I said, we might be married in another lifetime or in another dimension, and you might just be recognizing me from that. I had so many people loved my scream, loved my reply to him, and it comes off as remembering it now with ego. But no, it took so much courage. It took a lot to own the mind in everything that day. You might just be a higher minded being, and I'm gonna see that in you, even though according to society you're nothing. I'm saying my mantra that I attract higher minded beings. And if I attracted you, baby doll, you might just be a higher minded being. And I lived the mantra then. Because in acceptance, yes, to me, he is. To me, he is. He is alive. He is divinity. So, but, like I said, that's now, but I was going through my path. So, at certain times, your mantra practice might be very challenging. But that's when, after all of that, that's when discipline comes in. Because you have to have discipline in order to get to that devotion. It is that discipline that serves as a trampoline to the devotion. Once you are disciplined enough to use the free will. Yeah, there's traffic. Damn, I don't even have $1 left. Oh my God, there's no way out of here. I love my life. And you really feel it. And sometimes you might have to make yourself think. There's somebody losing a leg. There are people going from one end of the world into Poland. There are immigrants. There are tons of people being displaced. Somebody's dying right now. Somebody's getting a leg amputated. Somebody's getting told their son's going to die. Somebody's getting told that their daughter's missing. I love my life. I am here. And to feel that, and to feel the mantra, is... So you can do mantras for an hour, but if you don't take it into your day, if you don't live it, breathe it, you're not allowing the mantra to do its thing. Because many people, you're connecting also to the hundreds of people that are saying that mantra, that have said that mantra throughout the ages. That vibration of people going, Amen, Om, hails, whatever. But you're connecting to all that belief, all that hope, all that energy, and your results will be far better. And like I said on OF today, yeah, I mean, if you're a Gnostic, if you say an Odin mantra, I meditate to somebody saying an Odinic, a Druid mantra for an hour. I love it. The power of that God that was in hell, Valhalla. And so I have my own practice. Do not fear. Because, yeah, I'm so secure in my own practice that I don't need you to believe in what I believe in. But I will guide you to saying yes, even if you are Hindu, even if you are doing it for Mother Mary. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb. Jesus. even if you are Catholic, whatever mantra it is that you're saying, because a prayer is a form of mantra, and a prayer and a mantra are a form of meditation, and they are all about directing that energy. So whatever path you walk, I'm cool with. I'm just telling you that it'll work better. You can take your prayer, you can take your self-love, like if I'm a Madhya Tantric, it'll take it deeper. So I hope that helps people, because I do share things in a cruder way, I guess, but a cruder way these days. We have mass shootings, we have people getting trampled, we have people dying. So if somebody thinks I'm crude, it must not be alive. So anyway, use that, all of that. Know that the sound, vibration moves your energy, you're saying it, moves everything in the world. What you're saying. And go into the mantras that you're saying. So don't just pick a mantra that you don't know, does that really mean that? Go search that in 12 or 13 or 15 different places. Oh yeah, it does mean that. Hey, but they used a couple of extra words in this one. Exactly. And that's how you start saying, oh, whoa, people aren't really sharing the true technique or the true mantra. They're changing it up. So you want to go through as sacred and as old as the text, and take a moment to learn some Sanskrit if you're going to do those. There are Japanese ones, there are ninjutsu ones. I teach the ninjutsu mudras, so I use that. Odin and ninjutsu. Kali is a side of Shakti, you know. Yeah. It is in the darkness that I found my light. So much love, and enjoy your mantra practice. Remember that your whole body can be a mudra. That whole body. Can be a mudra. Touch. Super awesome thing. Movement. Be alive. Experience all that is this human avatar. All the things you can do as a human. It's like we were gods.